Traders of wood have received news about government's intention to import wood from Cameroon and Guyana with mixed reaction. While some have lauded the move, others say Ghana should first stop the export of wood, including logs and sawn ones, before importing from other countries. They added that the importation would increase the country's import bill and also put more pressure on the cedi. A couple of weeks ago, the Deputy Minister for Lands, Forestry and Natural Resources, Madam Barbara Asamoah, announced that government is negotiating with its counterparts in Cameroon and Guyana to bring in wood to make up for the shortfall facing the country.
A report published by the World Bank in 2013 reveals that the degradation of agricultural soils, forest and savanna woodlands, coastal fisheries, wildlife resources and lake waters environment are estimated to cost Ghana at least $520 million annually. It is estimated that the cost of environmental degradation to GDP represent 1/3 of Ghana's $1.5 billion received annually as aid and grant. About 63% of the estimated cost of environmental degradation comes from in and off reserve forest, with soil nutrient depletion accounting for 20% together. This represents 5% of Ghana's GDP. The report noted that Ghana's natural resources, upon which so much of the country's economic activity and the population livelihood depend, are being depleted at an alarming rate. The Food and Agriculture Organization, FAO, put the annual depletion of the total closed forest at 65,000 hectares. These include illegal logging and the conversion of forest area into farms by slash and burn clearing practices. Despite cocoa land expansion, productivity has declined because of rampant soil erosion. Fish, timber, and non-timber forest product stocks are decreasing. Timber activity started in Ghana in 1908, but it got to its peak in the 1980s. The Operation Director at the Forestry Commission, Mr. Alex Boadu, said that was the time that Ghana was implementing the Economic Recovery Program (ERP). And as part of moves to engender economic growth, government supported the local timber industry, and this gave rise to what is usually referred to as chainsaw business.
We are overexploiting because of this illegal chainsaw, but the point too is that the national demand is higher than the 2 million, and that is why the chainsaw is filling the gap.
Since then, the total closed forest of 8.6 million hectares has been reduced to 1.7 million hectares.
The kind of species that we know are no longer in existence, or are not in their numbers as we used to have them. And then the total number of trees per hectare has also reduced. And that's why we say that the closed forest has reduced. We don't have the kind of big forest that anybody would be thinking about.
The economic growth witnessed in Ghana in the last couple of decades have led to a boom in the construction industry, pushing the annual demand for wood to about 2.7 million cubic meters of wood. However, this has put pressure on the forest resources, thus in a way helping to fuel the chainsaw business.
700,000 cubic meters of wood that is lost through chainsawing per year.
To him, the fast depletion of the forest would have serious effect on both the climate and the future of the nation. To many, the way out is to encourage the importation of wood from other countries, including Cameroon and Guyana. The Deputy Minister of Lands and Natural Resources, Mrs. Barbara Asamoah, says talks have gone far in this respect to make Ghana better off.
Of course, there's not enough timber products on the domestic market. That is also another avenue for people who want to feed the domestic market to engage in illegal activities. That is why we are also collaborating with the timber firms to ensure that they import timber from other countries, most especially to feed the domestic market.
A lecturer at Vrije University in Brussels, Belgium, Professor Imanobun supports the call for the importation of wood, but stressed it should be done with proper assessment.
Importation is not sustainable. If you look at our balance of payments situation right now, I don't know whether we are going to be able to afford this on a sustainable basis. But we should regenerate the forest. The other recommendation she made about the forest plantation project is an important one. If we have over-harvested our forests, we should make efforts to reforest. We should make efforts to reduce the inefficiencies in the exploitation and use of forest resources.
This is a timber market in Accra, and about 80% of the wood purported to have been cut illegally find their way here. While some of the traders support the plans to import wood into the country, reduce the fast depletion of the forest, others too say government should intensify the planting of more trees.
Ghana
I'm not thinking that she's going to make a possible forest. Because we don't know how that one she's going to process. You understand? Maybe you are crying of this one, and that one maybe she's going to make more than what we get here.
These traders, the importation of the wood from elsewhere would also result in loss of jobs and their livelihood. They claim that at the moment, due to the lull in the economy, sales of wood have slowed down considerably.
So I brought wood now, you can bake about 1 month, 2 months, you're not selling anything. Just sitting one place. There's no any carpenter here around. Then you can sit down 6 money like that. So at least where we can like that, maybe this guy charge me the 11 million. I'm supposed to sell this thing about 16 Ghana cedis. And if the fellow can by all means, I should less only about 14, even to get what I'm going to see myself and my family. You understand? That means I'm losing.
One of the forests in Ghana that have suffered most from illegal logging is the Tiwa forest. However, with education on the move by government to import wood from other countries, all the players, including policymakers, forestry commissioner, traders, will be on the same plane, and this will help spare the Tiwa forest the agony of suffering from chainsaw business operators. Edward Nyakun, reporting for GBC 24.